is. Welcome everyone. Hopefully you have a good day so far. We're gonna have a look into the chart, and also later today at 5 p.m. Central European time, my interview with Crypto Princess will be online. So I will make sure to redirect the live stream to the video. And it's an interview where we talk for 52 minutes about my story before crypto, and basically how the past couple of years went in different areas of life, which includes, of course, what you see, which is the channel. But yeah, many different things are going to be covered. Short questions, long answers. You know how it goes. So welcome, everyone. Good to have you here. What's up, Jeroen? So what we're going to do in the live stream is we're going to be online for about 30 minutes because the video will drop at 5 p.m. And we're going to analyze the chart and answer a couple of questions. And then, yeah, take it from there, right? See if anything happens while we are live. So compared to the video that I shared this morning, the analysis has not changed. The probabilities have not changed. So if you watch the morning analysis, which I very much recommend, it's a video of only 8 minutes, and it basically covers everything you need to know, then just know that in this stream, nothing has changed. I'll do a very short summary, and then we get into chatting, Q&A, answering questions, keeping an eye on local price action. Not a lot of new information since this morning as well. I mean, the video earlier was posted somewhere here, and I mean, we're still in this range. We actually just missed out on touching the daily naked point of control, but we did hit this little range. So yeah, let's just get through a couple of things, and then get into chatting and Q&A. What's up, Palmit or Conte Studio? How you guys doing? Welcome, everyone. So on the 8-hour, the bullish scenario remains the same at the moment. Let me go to a 4, actually. And the bullish scenario, of course, I mean, bullish being an impulse to the upside. We are not yet talking about going to all-time highs and all of the hype. The fear and greed index went from, I think, 42 or 30 something to 72 in one day, which speaks volumes of your typical market emotion. Get a couple of green candles, everyone is bullish. Get a couple of red ones, everyone is bearish. Emotion fluctuates incredibly. And we don't participate in that jingle of emotion. So we just take it step by step. Now, the bullish scenario is an impulse. If you even want to have a shot at all-time high, you need an impulse to the upside. Of course, you have a multi-1-2. We're not looking at multi-1-2s. You have the diagonal. We're not looking at diagonals. To begin with, your most straightforward structure is an impulse to the upside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5, you need a 3-wave retracement, right? So a zigzag, a flat, not allowed, triangle is not allowed, WXY, but you need a 3-wave structure down, and then look for continuation to the upside. Only if you get a 3-wave structure here can one consider becoming bullish, as the probabilities then increase to take the high of 5, which then can follow into creating another all-time high. But you need a 5-wave structure, right? Now, currently, we are then working on wave 3, and inside wave 3, we have the subwave count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, preferably working on a wave 4. And wave 4 target is touched, 92.6, 90.4. The target area, as you can see, is still bigger all the way down to 90.4. 89.4 is the invalidation. And we do have that daily naked point of control, which is still untouched. We did touch a little range here, but the daily naked point of control is untouched. Now then we still need another move up, another range, which preferably in time is going to be quite similar to wave 2, and then get a wave 5 towards the upside, right? So this is still the work that needs to be done for the bulls. Still got a bit of work left. Now, wave 3 commonly moves to the 1.618, which it didn't touch so far. And it is unlikely that a wave 5 is going to be that long. So at the moment, it's unlikely wave 3 touches the 1.618 trend-based sub-extension taken from the start to the end of 1 to the end of 2. Now, this is a common target for wave 3. It's not a must to hit that target. The only rule in Elliott waves is that a wave 3 cannot be the shortest wave compared to 1 and 5, right? Which, if price moves up just a little bit higher, then wave 3 is longer than wave 1. At the moment, it is shorter. But again, we have time, right? So we just need to wait. Wave 2 retraced to the 0.236, which is very shallow for a wave 2. It's very rare. I've only seen it twice before, in 2023 once and in 2024 once. This reduces probabilities for the bulls, for an impulse to the upside. It's by no means an invalidation. Again, you just simply need a 5-wave structure followed by a 3. That's the moment where probabilities on a 4-hour time frame switch to bullish. Specifically on a 4-hour time frame with where we are now, because based on the structures here, we were looking for price to turn around anyway. Right? If you kept an eye on the thumbnails that I made with the content here, then in general, we were looking for price to move up, right? Even by just looking at the thumbnails. When price made the diagonal here, we were looking for a retracement. Didn't really get a deep retracement though. Would have been nicer to get a deep one for a wave 2, for example. But after the moves over here at 10 p.m. Central European time on Sunday, which I covered in one of the videos, the probabilities here switched to, we're moving up. It's going to be very shallow. I explained it in one of the videos. Now then we have the zigzag. This is a bearish scenario. Same structure though. You're also still looking for price to move up in this particular scenario. A, B, C. So it is a 3-wave structure. And after a zigzag, you expect a deeper retracement to the downside. In the bullish scenario, you want another 4 and another 5. In the bearish scenario, you do not get another 4 and 5. You simply have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The end of 5 is the end of C. Bigger retracement to the downside expected instead of another 4, 5. If I put on the polylines, then you can see that this polyline, that's your impulse. This would be wave 5. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While here, this is the high of your 3 or your C. So either after wave 3, you get another range, or you get a wave C and you get a retracement. It quite simply depends on the price action, right? It's difficult to say in advance. However, the fact that this range is so shallow does give a bit of probabilities to an ABC structure compared to an impulsive structure. However, short-term price action is expected to be similar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, target area for 4, same, invalidation, same. Still have a bit of support, 91.6. And the target area for C, we have touched it, 94.6K to 98.4K with an extended target of 102.8K. Your most bearish scenario, not the highest probabilities, is a WXY double zigzag with an A, B, C. Wave B here on the lower time frames is a sideways WXY, flat zigzag, zigzag. And then you have wave X and then ABC and wave Y. At the moment, not yet the highest probabilities. Would need more information for it, but it's good to be aware of a bearish scenario. You always need a bearish scenario as an Elliott Wave analyst. And these two, both an impulse up and a zigzag up, are actually bullish because you're looking for price to move up, not down. Now, because the highest amount of volume was in this move towards the upside, and now we are staying like ranging sideways for a period of time, the probabilities are highest that the biggest portion of your move is finished, like your wave 3, either in an impulse or a zigzag, wave C, is likely already finished. And even if we move towards the upside in a zigzag, we look for one more 5. And in an impulse, you basically get a bit of a grind towards the upside, creating a few more 4 5s. But it basically highlights that it starts to at least become interesting to look for tops to be made and potential reversal areas, which is resistance areas. We have one just above us, 95.5, 96.6K, then a naked point of control at 98.2. And then we have 101.9k, well, 102, I suppose, to 103, with a little bit of resistance as well. And those will be areas that I will keep an eye on. Now, at the moment, again, preferably probabilities are still higher to look for higher prices compared to the most bearish scenario, WXY. After Y, you look for the lows. Lower probabilities, good to be aware of. Preferably still looking for a wave 4 and a wave 5. And then depending on the next structures, we'll know if it's a ABC zigzag or an impulse. Currently, probability is higher for a zigzag, though, because of the shallow retracement that we had over here. Yeah. Locally, though, I'm very patient with the current price action. I'm not involved with new positions locally. Missed out on the daily naked point of control. Still very, very patient. Of course, at the moment, it's a three-wave structure. We haven't yet moved up to local resistance, 94K. If you do, probabilities are going to be higher to take out that high. Doesn't mean it happens in one go. You can still create a bigger structure to touch both of the point of controls. But if you do move back up here and you touch the 886 taken from this high to this low at 93,981, then the probabilities increase that this is corrective and you look for price to take out the high. Very likely you are then going to move to the next area of resistance. Observe the reaction. If we pass this resistance, it's just level to level to level. But in general, as we are looking for price to form a couple of wave 4s and 5s, which generally then is a grinding overlapping structure, right? It becomes slowly more interesting to look for reversal opportunities as well. So I'm not yet involved with any shorts, to be honest. Of course, we have a bearish scenario, but with regards to my target boxes, if you were here a couple of days ago, we had a box over here as well. Price basically moved above the box, which was for me the reason to remove it. And I'll preferably look for the next box. Now, generally, the boxes on my chart are very nicely respected. They tend not to be broken and without a reaction, at least. So we are ranging around that previous box, but we did dip above it. So I just removed it for now. And we'll see what the chart gives us. So yeah, that's basically it, to be honest, from an Elliott Wave point of view. So this is also the reason why we're looking for price to top out. And wave 4s and wave 5s, they can take a while, as generally a wave 4 takes more time to form than your wave 2s. So we're not talking about necessarily in an hour or tomorrow, but it is something that is very likely coming. So in an impulse, high, higher low, final high. In a zigzag, create one final high. Right. Bearish scenario, high already in, but at the moment lower probabilities. But we are aware. So yeah, that's currently what I'm looking for. So yeah, I'm not interested in shorts yet. I am interested in a long though, to trade up to the box and maybe price moves past the box, but a wave 5. But I need a bit more information, get a bit more confirmation. This is indeed a 3-wave corrective structure. Maybe touch the support like the daily naked point of control, see what happens there. And then I will consider getting in a new position. But at the moment, I am not involved with new stuff here locally. I just let price do its thing. So that is basically what's going on from an Elliott Wave point of view. And just as a reminder, that at 5 p.m., which is in 15 minutes, my interview with Crypto Princess goes online. Short questions, long answers. That is what you can expect. You know me. I talk, and I talk a little bit more, but you'll get to know me. People that have been here during live streams generally know quite a lot about my past. But maybe there's some things, or very likely there's some stuff you don't yet know, or yeah, it's going to be interesting. We talk about shortly how I was at high school, my period between high school and crypto, and then the crypto years. And if I had to summarize my years in crypto, then 2021 was discovery. 2022 was plan. 2023 was profitability and start of YouTube. And 2024 is, I suppose, was more focused on 2024 would be, I think that's really where YouTube started to move from hobby to still being hobby because I love it, but also thinking about like more like a business approach because now I have to manage a lot of different things. I guess that's more YouTube, and 2025 is more going to be personal development as I struggle more in certain areas because of the growth of YouTube and how quick it goes. And I think that's going to be a big lesson this year. But yeah, you'll hear my very long answers in the interview. Welcome, Polar Bearman. Sam, what's up? Akshay, how you doing? Mark, sunny Dutchland. Yeah, I know. It's been raining where my parents live as well. I checked the app. Mate, it's 20 degrees here. Oh, man, it's incredible. Yeah. However, I saw the weather in the Netherlands, and actually upcoming week is going to be very nice. It's going to be warmer, planned at least, in the Netherlands one day than here in the south of France. Curtis, welcome. John, what's up? Charts and stuff, finally able to join Discord. Welcome, man. You'll find a lot of things going on there. We touched the 618 invalid. Yo, what's up, VZH? Oh, VZH, I still have to reply to your first message, which I will do after the live stream. So I'll make sure to get back to you and expect a message. So looking forward to meeting you soon, man. Should be really fun. So for the ones that don't know, I'll be in Dubai later this month for Token 2049. And I'll be there on the 30th for one day, but I will arrive on the 29th. And looking forward to meeting other content creators. Blowfin people are there as well. Really looking forward to meeting VZH as well. So it's going to be a good time. Kevin, what happens to the high time frame scenarios if this move from the recent low becomes a 5-wave structure? Does it invalidate some corrective structures from the all-time high? So if this move to the upside here becomes a 5-wave structure, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, and then you get a 4 and a 5. A 5-wave is either C, 1, or A. Now, in a bearish scenario, this needs to be a wave C, right? Which means a flat. And a flat would then be wave A, wave B, wave C. So this has to be a 3-wave structure. Now, this is going to be your wave W, right? This then is your wave X, and then you still need a wave Y. So the moment this becomes a 5-wave structure, right, that doesn't take all-time high, your bearish scenario on the 8-hour will switch to a WXY with a flat in X, okay? Which means that for a wave Y, after a 5-wave up, you need a 5-wave down. Because wave Y, right, or in all cases, right, let me put this on the chart a little bit more accurately. So, you know, WXY. Now, depending on how high your X goes, right, let me use that one here. Will it or will it not touch the 0.7 at 99? Something to be aware of. If you do touch the 0.7, instead of a double zigzag, we have to be aware of a sideways WXY, but wave Y always starts with a 5-wave structure in a flat, a zigzag, or a triangle. You always start with a 5, right? So we have to observe. Now, if this turns into a 5-waver, and you get a 3-wave correction down, right? Then probabilities are higher. You're going to take out this high. Now, this can still become a flat ABC in wave Y. This can still become a triangle ABCDE continuation, but this can also be your wave 2 or your wave B, if you get an impulse up, because we look for price to take the high. If this is a 3-wave, you expect this high to be taken, right? If you then get an impulse up, then mind you that the bearish scenario is going to be a flat ABC, which is going to be absolute market panic. And the bullish scenario is continuation. So this is how probabilities change as price is creating like new candles, new stuff. So first of all, you just need a 5-wave structure, get a 3-wave retracement, probability is higher to take out the high, and then we have to take it from there, right? Is this going to be a strong impulsive move? And you take out all-time high, bearish is a flat, bullish is going to be continuation, right? If this move to the upside creates a 3-wave and then you start retracing, be aware of a flat, right? And then you're looking at a W, X, Y. Of course, alternatively, your flat is going to be part of your like A, B, well, A, and then the low of your flat can be your wave 2 or your wave B. But got to take it as it comes, no? But this is how probabilities, how scenarios switch. But the bulls, quite simply, they need an impulsive structure. They need a wave 4 and 5 to match the wave 2. There's no other way. At the moment, this range is bigger than this one. So probabilities now are higher that this is a wave 4, which by itself increases probabilities that this push up is not going to take out all-time high in a bullish scenario. Probabilities are higher. You're going to be working on a couple of 4-5s, grind, and then eventually turn around for a move to the downside, and that one will decide what's coming next. Up. Okay, 8 minutes for the video being live. Ooh. Legendario, welcome. Locally, the 4th didn't hit the 382. Yeah, just missed out, but that's no problem. It hit the 236 to the 05 area, which is your common target area. In the probabilities for the bear scenario, which prices do you anticipate to form a range? If you turn around without touching the 0.7 FIB at 99, there is the chance for double zigzags, which includes taking the low, which then leaves you to 68 is interesting. I actually, this morning, made another scenario which I did not show in the video, which is an adaptation of a scenario I had earlier, which is this one. So you have your diagonal A, right? You get a zigzag A, B, C, W, you get your X and Y. Now, I've shown this scenario already, I think like a week or 2 weeks ago, but I just made it again this morning with some different colors and whatnot. So, yeah, get your wave Y in, get your B, then get your C towards the downside. The higher B, the higher the target for C. So if wave B would move to 102, your C target is going to be around 68. The reason why I would really like it actually if price can move above 100, even in a corrective structure, is because of the FOMO. It's because of liquidity. So it still is a very psychological level. And the moment you break 100, you can imagine people are going to be shouting all-time high again and 200K, 500K, 1 million Bitcoin and whatever cycle continues, biggest bull market ever. And all of the stories don't get drawn into the emotion. I think it's very interesting that if you do take out 100 and you stay above it, right, for a little while, bit of ranging on top of above 100, that the FOMO kicks in, and that can lead to liquidity, which we can use to then pull it to the downside. So that is something that I keep in mind. At the moment, though, locally, I mean, probabilities are higher to still move up, but you got to be aware of the scenarios that lead into opposite directions. Even in that scenario, by the way, you still need an ABC. A, B, C. So preferably this is 4. You still look for another move up locally, preferably. So it's short-term bullish, but then afterwards, of course, you want to drag it down. Good morning, Agent Day. How did you make those boxes? I have a video about that. Glad you asked. Educational content. That's the place. So the link tree is in the description, right? You can find it below. Oops. And then you go to educational content. And then it is the video, this one, the easiest way to trade. And here I explain step by step how to create these boxes on the chart. Divinerd, how you doing? Thanks for all your comments. I read them all. I reply to them all. Appreciate the support, sir. We discuss in person. Yeah, sure thing, VZH. But I'll make sure to reply. You know, I think it's just out of respect. I like to reply relatively quickly to people, even though it can be a challenge sometimes. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Looking forward to it. I made you a mod on my channel too. You are the mod for the whole crypto community. Yo, Mark is modding everywhere. Good to see. Yes, this is my watching channel I've had for years. Just created my content channel about 3 months ago. Okay. Divinerd, sharing content. What is your content about? Kevin, cheers. So generally bullish or bigger sideways corrections? Well, your bigger zigzag ABC can also be a 1, 2, 3, but at the moment, you know, like I'd be looking for an ABC before a 1, 2, 3 on a high time frame, to be honest. 1, 2, 3 would be big problem for the market. Then we're talking about this, right? An ABC can also be a 1, 2, 3. But even in a bullish scenario, if this is going to be your wave one, you still expect a retracement in a 2, which still continues the range, and then we'll get some information later. I just don't at the moment see it just do this. I don't, also from an Elliott Wave point of view, the ranges are now starting to be longer again, right? So you have the highest amount of volume in the recent push, and you can see that we have a long range, shorter range, and then we have a short range, right? A little bit longer, and then we start this. So now that the ranges are expanding, you would generally now start looking at wave 4s and wave 5s, which basically means that you're going to be keeping an eye on structures to end. So your impulsive structures. So get a couple of 4, 5s, preferably, and then reverse it and continue the range. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait. Let me do that right now, Mark. I have learned recently that I can do that somewhere. Redirect. So where can I do that? Ah, there we go. Oh, the premiere, it's already live. Yo. Okay, everyone. Wait. Is it? Yeah, it's already live. Oh, she's quicker. She's faster than I imagined. Well, okay, everyone. It's time for me to join the channel and watch the videos. So yeah, there's 2 chats. This is really confusing now. But basically, the video, the interview that I had with Crypto Princess is live right now, a bit earlier, just before 5. And the link is above in the pinned comment over here. So this is the link. And I'm going to stop the stream, and then everyone, you'll be automatically redirected to this video. Yeah, I'll be in the chat. I'll be in the chat here as well. So if there's any questions or other stuff going on, I'll make sure to answer you guys. I thought it was going to go live in 1 minute or at least a few seconds. What is it? Yeah, in like 3 seconds. But it's already live. So, yo, time for me to quit the stream and be active here in the chat. Thanks everyone for being here. We covered some Elliott Wave, some questions, and make sure to click the link in the chat posted by Mark or the pinned comment, and I will see you in the video, the premiere of my conversation with Crypto Princess. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you there.